overall, obviously, whenever you win a collegiate tournament, you take some satisfaction away. It was a little different situation for us because we went in there with the expectation to do one thing is win the tournament. But yeah, we knew that if we didn't play up to our potential, there were teams capable of beating us. And after a very good first round, we found out the second round that's very much true. We had a very mediocre second round, and 5 or 6 teams had good second rounds. And we found ourselves behind in second place with some other teams kind of nipping at our butt. But we really came through the final round and played the way we were expecting them to play and expecting the outcome to be what it was, and that was a victory. So it was it's a different, it's different when you expect to win, and not only expect to win, kind of demand that they win. And I really challenged these kids to win that tournament, and they came through and did it. And Brent Pieper's performance was simply outstanding. The last stroke play tournament in the fall, he had the lead going to the final round by a number of shots and couldn't hang on. And that's something you have to learn. It's not something that you can understand or appreciate the situation until you're in it. And some people, when they fail like he did at Kiowa, don't know how to respond and come back. But he came back with a vengeance and won by 7 shots at Hilton Head at Wexford, and with a great last round, and that's everything you could ask for. Well, that's huge, having that depth, and Brent Pieper's, our 4 guy wins by 7 shots. That's huge, and our 5 guy right now, Corey Zidonis, is not far behind. So, what we can somehow inspire, motivate, encourage, whatever, one of these players to really step forward. And that's what we need right now. That's kind of what we're searching for. At the same time, we want to keep those 4 and 5 engaged to the point that their stroke average keeps improving, their national ranking keeps improving, but we need somebody to really want to really take that huge step forward. And we don't have anybody currently, I don't think, ranked in the top 100 in the country, and we need somebody to really make that next step and get ranked in the top 50. If that happens, we will be a force to reckon with. Well, one of the first things we did was really focus on academics and get back in the classroom and really try to hit the books hard in preparation for what we have upcoming, and also to make up for what we've lacked a little bit because we've been on the road quite a bit early. So I think that was our focal point, where academics. Our second focal point was strength and conditioning, and Coach Jackson, Janae, has done a masterful job in the weight room with the kids, and we've really worked them hard, and I think physically and mentally they are stronger now. Then obviously we had some stuff we could work on with golf swings and game management, because we had 3 events, the Ball State event, the Big Ten Match Play in Wexford, to kind of go off of. So we really worked on some things. So got a couple swing changes we're still trying to transition into, and that time really gave us a chance to really kind of tweak some things we wanted to tweak and transition more into some swing changes we're making and some grip changes we're making, and get ready for the stretch run. Well, it's a strong, well-balanced field out in Tucson. University of Arizona is the host, although they have not had a great year. It's basically their home tournament, and they'll be tough to beat on their home turf, no question about it. We had the opportunity to play this golf course last year during our spring training trip, and so we like the golf course. The field's great. We'll have a chance to be out at Tucson the week prior to that event, so we feel good about that. The format of this event is different than anything I've ever been associated with. It's the pairings each team will play within themselves. So our team will play in a 5-some and throughout the tournament, and that will be the pairings. So that mindset's going to be different. We have to make some adjustments because we won't be paired with any other teams. We won't know what any other teams are doing. We'll just know what we were doing, and so we'll have to do some preparation for that. And since I've never been associated with a tournament like that, it's going to be a challenge. So as coaches, we'll have to really get a handle on how we want to handle the kids during the event, Uh, Obviously, the pros there are we'll be able to be with the five, both coaches, and coach them at the same time. That will be an interesting dynamic. But then, how do they handle when their teammate makes birdie or bogey or double bogey or whatever? We have to really probably put on our blinders and go to work and not really worry about what our teammates are doing, even though we will be seeing it to some extent. So it's going to be a challenge. It's going to be fun. As a coach, you're always ready for new adventures. It's going to be an adventure. But we're looking forward to that. And then we have to transition right away, come back for one day, and go down to Laredo for the Border Olympics. That's going to be a challenge as well. But our preparation during our spring training trip, our preparation leading up to that event, I think will be such that we'll be able to compete, and I expect us to compete for that title.